Erdemir. He's a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Aykan, welcome to the program. Let me begin with these talks going on with Putin and Erdoğan in Sochi. What are the expectations and what can Russia really do? And shouldn't the Syrians also be involved in these discussions?
Now, this is the 8th meeting between Putin and Erdoğan within the last 10 months. This clearly shows that who is setting the tone in Syria, especially with US withdrawal from Syria and Trump's undiplomatic letters and statements vis-a-vis Turkey. I think Erdoğan has turned, full force toward Russia as the main arbiter of what is to come there. Now, the key issue there is, of course, as you asked, bringing together different parties, Syrians themselves. But there is a key obstacle because President Erdoğan has been putting pressure on Russia and Iran to exclude the Syrian Kurdish SDF in the northeast zone from these talks. So far, Syria talks have been going forward only with those approved by President Erdoğan.
How would you describe the current relationship between Ankara and Moscow? Certainly strained in the past, seems a little cozier these days.
Much cozier than usual. Turkish history for the last 200 years has been one in which Russia was the main adversary. But under President Erdoğan, Turkey has been pivoting away from NATO toward Russia. For Russia, of course, there are question marks because President Putin knows that Turkey allowed the border to be very porous, allowing foreign fighters to flow into Syria. Putin is not happy with the Syrian National Army that Erdoğan put together, given there are a lot of jihadist types among the ranks. But nevertheless, I think Russia sees Turkey as a partner that can, first of all, push the US out of the region, and second, gradually allow Assad to retain control in all of the country.
As part of this ceasefire that they reached in northern Syria, Turkey said it would put its military offensive on pause, but it would resume it if the Kurdish fighters do not withdraw from the area. A big question in my mind is, where are the Kurdish fighters, or even the civilian Kurdish population, Aykan? Where are they supposed to go?
I think the safe zone will end up being a limited enclave between Tel Abyad and Ras Al Ain, which is mainly an Arab majority area. And so far, I think Erdoğan seems to have agreed that Putin and Assad will have control in the rest of this area. So what we see so far is a lot of the local Kurds are moving out of this narrow pocket into zones which will in the future be under Russian and Assad control.
And very quickly, I want to ask about your piece in the Washington Post. You say Trump's first mistake in Syria was ever trusting Erdoğan. I believe the Kurds may be feeling that way about the United States as well.
Definitely. I think this is not the first time the Kurds have been feeling that they're betrayed or left out. And President Erdoğan, given his Islamist policies and Islamist designs for Syria, actually was not really a good partner for the US. And now we have seen the fallout from this, what I consider to be a mismatch between priorities and goals.
We'll have to leave it there. Aykan Erdemir, thank you so much.